What's going on, guys? It is Filmington here with Eddie Money. We are back with another installment of Buy, Sell, Hold. We are using price charts from Card Ladder and Market Movers today, and in no way are we suggesting that you buy, sell, or hold any of these cards because we don't understand your risk tolerance, your investment mix, your level of wealth, your time horizon. Do your own research. This is really just for general information purposes, I guess. So you can't sue us for our bad ideas once you lose all your money. We've done a number of these episodes. Check out the other ones. I'll link the last episode in the description. The comps from today's video will be from the week prior, probably from when we post this video. First card is going to be 2018 Topps Chrome Sapphire Base PSA 10 Rafael Devers pop of 70. It's selling for about $525 right now. What do you think, Ed?
I like Devers. He's a really solid player. I feel like he's kind of underrated in the hobby, but I'm really shocked that that's $525. That seems pretty high to me. Probably a sell for me. Call me crazy.
I don't know, Ed. Well, this is the set that had a pretty low print run of under 300, around 285 or 250, I forget. Ooh. For me, I'm going to be holding or buying this card, I think. And full disclosure, I do own one. So I will not be buying a second, but I'll be holding the one that I have for a while. I like Devers. I don't know if he's ever going to fall into like the massive hobby appeal category you get with some other players that are close to his age, like Ronald Acuna. But I think if he continues doing what he's been doing the last 3 years, he's been very consistent. Even if he isn't super flashy with the glove or with his legs, then I think eventually the hobby will take notice a little bit more than today, and his prices will come up. With regards to Sapphire and this technically being a base card, I think if you're to bet on the Sapphire base set, this would be the year you want to go with. I think this will be a very special set from 2018. I think a lot of that comes down to Ronald Acuna, but similarly, I feel the same way about Ohtani, and I think that's a pretty solid buy/hold as well. All right, next card, Vlad Guerrero, Bowman Chrome autograph, BGS 9.5, pop 441. What do you think, Ed? $2,300.
You love having the BGS 9.5s with the 10 autos in here.
It's like one card, Ed. Come on. It's like 80% of what we show at least is PSA.
2,300 seems a little high to me, but I trust in Vlad. I like his ability, and I like the Blue Jays moving forward. Their offense going forward should, they got so much great offensive ability on that team with Lori Gurriel Jr., George Springer, Bo Bichette, Kevin Biggio. So I think Vlad, I'm going to say a buy on this for 2,300. A little hesitant on the BGS slab. I think I'd rather move with a PSA one, but Vlad moving forward, if it wasn't for Ohtani, he would have been the MVP last year. I mean, he had an insane season. So I think going forward, Vlad's a good buy.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. I think he's definitely a buy. This is a guy that was overshadowed in the first half. You mentioned Ohtani. He was overshadowed in the second half by probably Soto, Tatis, and he's being overshadowed in the offseason by Wander, Witt, Soto, and Tatis probably. And I think he deserves a little bit more respect. I think this card right now is probably selling very close to Wander Franco. I don't know if that's fair on Vlad's part. So if you look at his first and second half, you have to be a little careful because he did play a large percentage of his first half games in one of Dunedin or Buffalo, and both of those are super hitter-friendly parks. That kind of shows in the numbers. 1089 OPS first half, 905 OPS second half, and that's with the ball changing probably after June 1st. I think the ball chemistry changed to a point where it certainly helped hitters versus hurt them, and then his stats went the opposite direction. But even though that happened, he was able to maintain a pretty decent K-to-walk ratio. So stepping back a bit, this is a guy that made some pretty serious skills changes in 2021. He was able to maintain his K rate of about 15%. He jacked up his walk rate to 12.3%. He One of the biggest changes he made was he dropped his ground ball rate about 10 percentage points from the year before, all while maintaining and adding to power, average exit velocity 89 to 92.5 to 95, if you go back the last 3 years. While he did still have a decent second half, one thing to note is that his pull rate, which did go down in the first half, so he was spreading the ball out a bit more. His pull rate actually increased in the second half of 2021 to kind of go back to in line to his 2020 numbers. Maybe he was getting super aggressive, pressing a little bit, but his pull rate did increase in the second half of 2021 from 36 to 43%. But having said all that, I think he's a buy, and I think a lot of people are treating him with much respect right now. They're certainly not thinking about him a whole lot, as much as he probably deserves.
We'll say, though, the one thing about that card that I'm not crazy over, that the autograph on that card wasn't that leaves a lot to be desired there. So maybe if you can find a card, a Bowman Chrome Vladdy card with a better eye appeal autograph, you might be able to get a better premium, because that
I mean, at least it's not too streaky. At least you do find a lot of 9 autos with Vlad in this product and another product. So I would take this auto, but agree to disagree there. Gleyber Torres, 2018 Topps Series 2. This is the short print Pop 737. Oh my God, this thing lost 90% of its value from $500 at the peak right around 2 years ago to $47 today. Wow, what's going on here, Ed?
He's a shit bag. Sorry, Phil, for the ad revenue, but
I don't do ad revenue anyway, so keep on cussing.
You know, oh my God, I am gonna hate myself so much. I am really gonna hate myself. This might be a buy because it's only $47. So that's like what, a few dollars more than blasters are going for nowadays, and it is a short print from 2018 Topps. But Gleyber Torres is so bad. He's so bad. But guess what? The crazy thing is, that's $47. If he has like 2 good weeks, Yankee fans will be throwing money at it, probably for like over $100. So that's probably a good short-term buy. But oh God, I can't believe I'm saying buy on this. But he's so bad. Gleyber has just been a disaster the last 2 seasons. I can't think of one positive attribute in his game.
Yeah, I might have to agree with you there. I mean, I wouldn't go nuts on this card. I probably still won't buy him, but if I had to tell a person that was newer to the hobby, my advice, it would probably be objectively that I think there's just more reward than risk at these price points. This is a card that Blowout speculates was printed upwards of 20,000 times. I don't know if I agree with that, because if you look at the total number graded, particularly with Acuna across Beckett and PSA, it's probably under 2,000. So with this card, it probably would be also under 2,000. So at this point, who cares about that number 20,000? It could be 10,000. It could be 15,000. Who cares? Just at this point, there's been enough of the product open where you're not going to see this pop report spike anytime soon, especially with a guy like with Gleyber here, with his PSA 10s only selling for $50. 1.7 WAR in 2021, slash line of 259, 331, 366 slugging. If we're to pick apart some positives, he was slightly better in the second half. I think he did have a 290 average in the second half, and the price is at this point, it's basically priced in that the Yankees have given up on him, and that he's not a long-term fixture in the middle infield for the Yankees. I don't know if that's exactly true, though. I think after talking to somebody that follows the Yankees more than the two of us, I think they might be giving him one more chance, and they're bringing him back to second base. Potentially some of his struggles could have been caused by him playing a position that he wasn't suited for. He didn't really have the arm for shortstop that was needed, and that could have messed up his offense. So we'll see. If the Yankees get off to a bad start and he's struggling, he is super expendable in those early months of the season. And the Yankees, more so than any other team, are not afraid to move on and move on quick. All right, next up, Julio Rodriguez.
JRod.
Yeah, Mega Box, Chrome base, PSA 10, pop, right around 2,000, selling for 206. What do you think, Ed?
I'm normally not a prospect guy. 206.50 for a first Bowman Chrome, though. If I had the card, I would hold. I probably wouldn't buy, wouldn't sell, because obviously if you want to sell this card, wait till he makes his debut. The week of he makes his debut, you'll probably make way more than that. But If I had this, I would hold. But I probably wouldn't be buying either though at 206.50.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Hold. Generally, as people know, watching my channel, if you've watched it for any length of time, not a huge fan of base cards. This is a base card. It's got a pop of 2,000. I think the regular non mega box first is probably closer to 10,000 at this point. At least with Wander, it is. Maybe it's a little bit less for maybe it's closer to 7,500 for Julio. I would probably go for something a little more short printed of his, but at least you know that he's not going to be in Series 1. So the overall aggregate supply of his cards will be a bit lower than somebody like Wander after Series 1 comes out. And you can afford to hold this maybe till his debut. Yeah, I'm expecting pretty big things from this kid. And for what it's worth, in the Baseball America list, he did surprise a lot of people in being placed number 2. But not number 1, but he was ahead of Bobby Witt, which was my main takeaway from that. Adley Rutschman was number 1, but the hobby doesn't care about catchers. So for the prospector's use, it's really number 1 for JRod. But yeah, I guess I'd probably hold this till closer to his debut. And then I would plan to sell. If I had something more short printed than this, maybe an autograph, something serial numbered, I'd be more willing to hold that after his debut. And that is it for today's episode. Hopefully you liked what you saw. Let us know down below in the comments what you agreed with, what you didn't. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, guys, and thank you, Eddie Money, special guest. All right, how does the screen look?
Looks good. Wow, that's
good.
$525. What the fug?